the 4 cone point set screws so the tip engages the groove in the slider. Install the other end cap and grease fitting. The rear gearbox is shipped with a shaft which keeps the internal parts aligned during shipping. This alignment shaft should not be removed until immediately before you are ready to install the tail rotor shaft. Inspect the tail rotor shaft. Polish if necessary to remove any burrs or sharp edges that may damage the O-ring on installation. Before inserting the tail rotor shaft assembly into the gearbox, the O-ring, part number E18-3550, must be installed in the gearbox. The O-ring groove in deep within the bore, about 2 inches on the pilot's side. Slide the alignment shaft out towards the passenger side. Lubricate the bore with oil and insert the O-ring in the groove. Oil the tail rotor shaft. Remove the alignment shaft and install the tail rotor shaft assembly in the gearbox. The end of the tail rotor shaft should align with the end of the bore in the gearbox. Use a number 18 drill bit and use the hole in the gearbox bore as a guide and drill through the shaft one side at a time. When both sides have been opened with the smaller bit, final size the hole with a 3/16 inch drill bit. Drill all the way through both sides. Install the roll pin and use a C-clamp to start it through the hole. With a hammer punch, tap it the rest of the way until it protrudes equally at both ends. Add the safety wire as shown. Place the carriage slider on the reference mark. Pivot the actuator arms so they are as close to the gearbox as possible. Measure the distance between the hole in the actuator arm and the hole in the carriage slider. Use this measurement to drill the holes in the clevis, E17-9010. The distance should be 2 1/4 inches to 2 3/8 inches and reference the print E17-2001. Install the clevis and hardware as per the construction print E17-2000. The clevis should not contact the inner end cap throughout the full range of travel. Install the pitch links as per construction print E17-2000. If necessary, add a washer as a spacer to align the male rod end with the center of the pivot bolt. Whatever weight is added to one pitch horn must be added to the other. Install the pitch horn counterweight bolts and washers. On your final install, the bolt must be secured with Loctite 242 thread locker. Use a grease gun to slowly inject one shot or stroke of grease while moving the slider back and forth to spread the grease evenly. tail cone cover and slider cover as received from Rotorway. Fill the small end of the slider cover using fiberglass mat and resin and allow to dry. This will supply enough material to countersink the screw. Fit the tail cone cover. The cover fits over the end of the tail boom and overlaps the fifth bulkhead by approximately 3/4 of an inch. You will need to cut the opening to remain clear of the moving parts. Drill 2 holes at top and bottom. Secure in place with Clecos. Attach the cover to the bulkhead with 2 832 screws on top and 2 on the bottom. Drill and tap the bulkhead for the 832 screws. Position the slider cover and allow it to fit under the tail cone cover, moving it fore and aft for best fit. Fasten the covers together with a screw and nut plate on top and bottom, near the opening for the shaft. Attach the front of the slider cover with a 3/16" screw and nut plate. Avoid existing rivets and other obstacles when locating the fasteners. Make sure the fiberglass covers do not interfere with the moving parts of the tail rotor assembly or actuator's full range of travel.